Hey there, this is the 6th of January today, so hello to everyone who might be watching this. This is actually like take 4 now, I think, because I'm like, oh, I want to speak, but I don't really know what I want to say. But what I do want to say is it's the 6th year anniversary of my granny passing away 6 years ago today, 6th of January 2020. Before the shenanigans of later on in that year. Thankfully, she didn't witness any of that. But she was delighted when I last saw her on the 1st of January 2020. She definitely understood that she'd made it into her 100th year. So I just thought that was amazing. And I'm mentioning her because she'd be so happy to see what's happening in the house here. And she'd have been so happy to see us all carrying on the tradition at Christmas time of the family Christmas quiz at Ballygrundle, which is where my mum and dad live. And it's like Granny's back. When you're having the Christmas quiz, which my sister does, she does it really well. And my granny will be so very proud of the fact we've kept that going. And she would be so delighted as well because my great Aunt Jean, who is her little sister, is actually now 102. She turned 102 in November and she's amazing. And so I just think it's amazing that between my granny and her sister, and there only were the two siblings, they achieved over 200 years of life so far. I think it would be a real load to ask Auntie Jean to live to 300, so that's not going to be ever more than just over 200. But she's doing amazing. She really is. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that is honestly astonishing. So what I wanted to talk about today was the great concept of letting go. And I think when it comes to my granny, I've let go of all sadness and sense of loss, because truly her energy is still her energy and lives on. I firmly believe that she knows what's going on right now. She's aware, and she's looking down, and she is really, really proud of how myself and my siblings, my mum and dad, and all the family are doing so well just now as a family, and that I know that that is quite special and quite rare. And I'm super grateful for the Christmas that we've just all had together on the West Coast. But I've let go of sadness in relation to not having her physically here in life anymore. I've let go of that because it didn't serve me. She would actually have been the first person to say, Lynn, stop punishing yourself, stop beating yourself up. Literally, there's nothing we can do about the laws of nature, and so therefore time now, and there is no time scale for grief. I fully am fully aware about grieving processes, and have seen a lot of grieving people through my job, and also family and friends and everyone who's lost anyone who they love. My heart goes out to all of you, because they do say that the depth of your grief is an indication of how much love you had for that person. And so my advice about grieving would be grieve hard. Just grieve it out. There is literally no benefit at all for keeping the emotions associated with grief stuck in your body. And so crying, angry, shouting, this is not fair, la la la. Getting all the things out are so important, obviously in a safe manner if you possibly can. And I know that I'm speaking to a lot of people who are going through things right now, and so my heart goes out to you. But I did want to talk about letting go because it's really, really important when, and I'm not talking about grief now. I'm not talking about grieving the loss of a loved one right now. I'm talking about letting go of other things in life that don't serve us. For example, careers, hobbies, dare I say it, some hobbies are maybe not that good for us, or some friendship circles, or some people, whether they're family or friends or a significant other or whoever it is, they often are not showing up for us the way that we would want them to. And therefore, what can we do? We can continue and do nothing. Deciding to do nothing is a decision in itself, that you're keeping that status quo, which is fine if you want to do that. Deciding to do something differently is a different matter. And I think the people that do that are the ones that are definitely proactively trying to take themselves out of victim mode, out of struggle, out of survival. And like, you know, life is just something you've got to exist through and hope that you'll, you know, maybe win the lottery one day and everything will be all right. Or like maybe, you know, some knight in shining armor is going to come along and whisk you off your feet and then put you on his trusty steed, and then you'll, you know, I don't know what happens next after that, because that just doesn't happen unless you're in fairy tale land. And I you know what, that's really unfair. There are soulmates that come together, especially soulmates that I'm just so freaking amazed and impressed by the fact that some people come together at a young age and they're sweethearts and they love each other and they're there for the long term. And I actually really, really love and admire that. And I am absolutely delighted that that happens. But then you get other situations where that doesn't happen and you can be self-blaming and whatever. But I think for me, what I have learned over a long time of analysing, self-analysing, etc., and seeing what else is going on in the world there, is that letting go is a powerful thing you can do when you are just in that situation where you're not getting respect, you're not being treated the way that you deserve to be. You deserve to be fully loved. You deserve to be loved properly. You deserve happiness. It is our birthright to be happy. And I know that there are people that, for whatever reason, that they have a very, very difficult start to life. But there are loads of people who have overcome their starts to life as well. So anyway, letting go comes off I do love the expression let go or be dragged. And it's like a merry-go-round. Life can be like a merry-go-round, and you're trying to like hold on to that horse, and it's dragging you up and down and up and down, and you're like, oh no, I can't let go, and then you're wondering why you're being dragged up and down, up and down. You can get off the merry-go-round. You can leave that job that doesn't work out for you too well because you never see your kids, or because it's a terrible working environment, or because you don't believe in what you're doing anymore and you want to do something different. You maybe don't even know that, but for whatever reason you're misaligned. And I think letting go of what we are misaligned with is the big trick that we need to understand in life. So what I mean by misaligned is something that doesn't serve you right now, or maybe never will serve you very well for the greater good of you on the timeline that you're on, and therefore it will have a ripple knock-on effect to everyone around you in your close community as well. You will notice people will be shying away from you because you're not turning up in a fantastic energy anyway. You will notice people are like, you know, worried about you, and it really makes a difference when you start to take your power back. And one of the best things you can do is letting go. No one wants to be dragged through life if they can stand on their own 2 feet and make wise choices and start living the way that we're meant to, which is in a happy manner, peaceful, joy. We're meant to be a loving community. We're not meant to be, you know, each man's out for their own self. And you know, personally, I really would love to see a lot more people understanding that their happiness does not rely on something outside of them giving them validation. I believe that we have the power to make ourselves happy for ourselves in our own way and enjoy our own company, as well as sharing laughs and fun and playtimes and whatever with other people, however way we want to, a meal out, you know, whatever you like to do. So last year was the year of the snake, and that is all about shedding the skin of the snake. And oh, big flock of birds just outside the window there. I love that. There, I think it must be geese or something. I've got no idea. I don't know if you can hear that or not. And then next year, which is the next Chinese New Year, is in the middle of February, and we are going into the year of the horse, which is the year of momentum, which is you've let go of everything. It's like you've got rid of what is weighing that horse down, and the horse is like, we can run now, we can do that, and run in a new direction, run where we want to go. And we don't even need to have the whole thing mapped out, because what we're going to do by not living in the past and by not worrying about the future is staying in the present moment, which is where our power is. I just actually saw 11:11 as I was saying that, which is quite wonderful. That's aligned. So I'm going to cut the video just now, and I have had it suggested that I should make my videos way smaller. I don't know how to do that, because I really just want to be aligned when I'm making a video, and whoever wants to align with me will align with me, and I'm sure that over time I will get more smoother and maybe get a little bit of a better structure or clearer idea of what I want to say in the moment. But right now we're at the start and I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so please bear with me. And I love you lots. Thank you for turning up, staying this long if you have. And I will actually try and plan something out tomorrow that's maybe a little bit more medical. I'm in the mood for something really a bit more medical tomorrow rather than spiritual. Okay, keep yourself safe and stay aligned, and I will see you soon.